Hello, hello, my friends. Jeff Burchell here, coming to you live from the shop office out here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. I got to turn my air off real quick. I want to make sure you have a good sound. All right, hope that's a little better. Let me flip the little fan off over here. Little pattern interrupt me doing this kind of stuff, you know. Hope you're doing well tonight. I'm here with my good friend Craig Matto. We come together weekly to share some value that we're learning, what we're pouring into our lives. We're pouring back out to you in the form of these little webcasts, these live hangouts that we're doing, because we want to share. We have a desire to share, and that's what this hangout is about, is desire, the starting point of all great achievement. Where we got this inspiration to talk about this was from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. Be sure to watch this entire video all the way through, because tonight I'm going to share 6 steps, a 6-step formula to turn desire into reality. There's 6 practical steps that anyone can follow to achieve better results in anything you're doing. So make sure you watch this entire video. So we'll get to that in just a few minutes. I want to talk a little bit about myself, introduce myself. I'll let Craig introduce himself. But first off, Craig, man, how you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm tired. The reason why I'm tired is because I've been taking action and doing some of those steps that are in the 6-step plan that we're going to talk about tonight. So just bear with me if I'm seem a little slow and a little tired tonight, because I've been taking action and trying to transmit my desires out into reality, and you guys will hear all about that here in a little bit tonight.
Awesome, man. Good to see you. I've been seeing your stuff on Facebook. The growth that I'm seeing in just the few weeks that we've known each other and really been connected and interacting with each other is just amazing. I believe that anybody that's following you, if you're here to watch Craig and see what this is all about, he's an incredible leader. Just go ahead and make the decision to join with Craig and get started with him, because I guarantee you he's going to be there for you. He's going to help you. He's going to help you turn your desires into reality as well. So again, my name is Jeff Burchell. I'm not going to go into my full story. I did that last week, but to give you just a quick brief background, I got started on the internet way back in 2002, and 3-page affiliate sites. Did that for a while, had my first taste of success and made some money online, and you know that hook was kind of set, and that desire to live a laptop lifestyle kind of started entering my mind. Moved back to Las Vegas in 2007. My son was born, and I decided to get online again. Got in and started doing more affiliate products. Actually created my own product. It was called Ugly Article Writing for Pretty Profits. It was a ClickBank product that I sold on one of those product websites, and it taught people how to write articles, because at that time article marketing was really big and it was a really effective way. But over time things change, and marketing changes. Google changes their algorithms. The Penguin, the Pandas, the crazy updates that they did totally just demolished a lot of work that I did, and left me looking for a better way to get results online and better way to build a sustainable business. Moved back to Oklahoma in 2006, 2007. My daughter was born, and at that time I found myself going through that really, really tough point in my life, and I just needed a better way. I needed to find something to grow with, not just my business and my income, but also grow my mind, my heart, my soul, my desires, myself, because I was in such a bad place. If I didn't do something to grow, it wasn't going to help my family at all when they needed me the most. Here it is 4 years later, and now I get to do things that a few years ago I never even dreamed of. Like today, for example, I work from home, but I also work at a sign shop. I move between the two. I go visit customers. I do sales, outside sales. Today at about 12:30, I decided to wrap things up, came home, hung out with my family, jumped online, did a little bit of marketing for a few minutes on Facebook, connected with a couple people, and then went to a park with my son. And he's in it's a called Charter Academy. It's an online school, and we did a big meet and greet out at the park with the teachers and the staff, and just hung out with my family. And a few years ago, I wouldn't have had that kind of option. A few years ago, I would have been stuck at my drafting desk, sitting there drawing signs with no real option to just say, hey, I'm taking off for the day, because at that time I wasn't my own boss. Because of what I've learned, because of the desire to have more, the desire to live the life that I actually want, I've made changes. I've made sacrifices. I've made good decisions and bad decisions. I've let other people's desires form me, pull me in directions that weren't helping me at all. Last year, I actually started my own sign sales office, and it was a desire that I had for a while to start my own sign company. And I let some influences from family and friends kind of talking to me, hey, you've been in the sign business for almost 20 years. You can do it. You can start your own business. So I tried it, but deep down in my heart, that desire wasn't strong enough. That pull wasn't strong enough, and I ended up kind of self-sabotaging. I had a few things that got out of control, and I know I could have done things better, but maybe I didn't want to, because my true desire and my true purpose that I feel is to inspire people. I know that I can't change the world, but I can change myself to inspire the people around me to become better as well. And that's what my true desire is. And there's no better way to do that than through the tools and what we're doing right now. These daily action assignments. If you've been watching me on Facebook and following my posting, you've probably seen a difference in the content that I've been posting lately. And that's because I've gone through a dramatic change. Craig has gone through a dramatic change. The company that we're involved with has gone through a massive, incredible change, and we're just set to help more people than ever. And that might be you. You might be watching this right now thinking, I could use a better way myself. And right now, you could go ahead at any time during this video, if you're watching it live or watching the replay, there's a button right below. You can go ahead and just click that button, and you can watch a short video. It'll show you exactly what Craig and I saw, a bigger vision that's allowed us to tap into our desires, our dreams, and our hearts, and start moving in a new direction. So I highly encourage you, make a decision right now. Go ahead and click that. You can come back to this video and watch it after, but make that decision. If you want more for your life, it's a click of a button away. Honestly, it really is. So I'm going to turn it over to Craig. Craig, man, tell us, we last night when we were kind of planning this hangout, we talked about the book, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, and we both read the chapter on desire that kind of implanted some thoughts for us for this hangout tonight. So what are your thoughts, man? What's going on today?
Well, first of all, hey, just don't sell yourself short on how great of a leader you are, because if it wasn't for you, then I wouldn't be doing this Google Hangout right now. So if you guys really relate to Jeff, click on his link and get started with him, because he is a great person, and you'll learn so much from him like I have. Well, tonight, let me just give a little bit of background on myself before we get into it. My name's Craig. I live here in Texas. I was living in Austin, Texas with my fiance and our son. I lived there for about 5 years, and then, things got expensive, and I was working security at the time, and I also worked at the Postal Service, and I was working like 7 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day, being pulled away from my family. And even when I was a young kid, I never thought that my purpose is to work a 9 to 5 or work so many hours or every day in my life. I just felt like there's always much more to it. And I've always had a desire to figure out what that purpose was. About 8 months ago, I was looking to see how to sell my stuff online, because I saw something that people were, buying stuff at yard sales at Ross or something and turning it over, flipping it, and selling it online. I kind of was interested in that because I wanted more time freedom. But with doing something like that, you don't really have time freedom, because you're always having to worry about your product, shipping it through and getting it to the people that order it. While I was looking to do that, I saw a video of my mentor and my sponsor, Michael Martin. I watched 2 minutes, and I knew that I wanted what he had. And a month later, I got all into the business, and I'm just never going to stop. I have this desire to keep pushing forward and making what I desire a reality. And that's what tonight is, on how you can do that. We're going to be talking about these steps later tonight. There's these 6 steps that you can do that will help you transmit your desire into reality. And I've been doing them, and they've been really helping me focus and really helping me move towards my goals and my passions. And I've never really been aware of self-development before 8 months ago. And I joined because I wanted more money and time freedom for myself. But as I kept doing this business throughout the months, I realized that my purpose is so much more than that. I really desire to help people discover that there is different ways than just working a 9 to 5 and being separated from your family so many hours during the week. There is a way that you can make money online and have the time freedom that you deserve and be around the people, your family and your friends that you love, and not have to do the daily grind, which it sucks. This is a so much better way to live, and I mean, the possibilities are limitless. That's all I really have to say right now. What do you got to say about that, Jeff?
I think that's awesome, Craig. It's funny how a lot of us, I think let me figure out how to phrase this right. Growing up, we all have big dreams. When we're kids, the future is limitless, right? We have desires to grow up and be astronauts and presidents or an architect. That's what I wanted to be when I was a kid. And over time, we let outside influences smash our desires, stomp them out of existence. When I was a junior and senior year of high school, I'd taken drafting in my first parts of architecture in high school, and I wanted to intern at an architecture firm in Las Vegas. And I went in, and I don't know if it was fate or destiny or what it was, but I happened to get this old cranky ass architect who just hated his life and hated his job, hated everything about it. And he sat there for an hour just telling me how horrible it was to be an architect. He told me about how horrible going to school was, how cutthroat the business was. To say the least, by the time that interview was over, not only did I not want to intern at his office, I didn't even want to be an architect anymore. I let him actually talk me out of my own dreams. Like I said, I don't know if that was fate or destiny or what, because I'm actually glad that I didn't take that route. I'm glad that I took the routes that I did. I'm extremely grateful for the experiences I've had. I've went to a lot of the school of hard knocks. I've learned things not so easily over time, and I think that I'm a better person for the experiences that I've gone through. The times that I've been knocked to my knees and forced myself to stand up again. I've been in several home businesses. I can't even tell you how many home businesses I've tried, how many different online systems I've tried, and all kinds of stuff, and nothing has ever worked the way I wanted it to until I got involved with this business, until it wasn't about those outside influences, that it was really about what was going on right here inside my own mind. It was when you have a burning desire, when you have the want for something that is so strong. I mean, think about it. At some point in your life, let's say there was something you wanted. Maybe it was to go on a date with your significant other now, or maybe it was a big screen TV you wanted. You got that goal in your mind and you found a way to make it happen, right? I guarantee at some point in your life, you have turned a burning desire into reality. For if you walk, if you eat, if you can pick up a spoon and dip it in a bowl of cereal and put it in your mouth and chew it up, you've already gone through these accomplishments. You've already had these successes. Our bodies are success mechanisms. We're built for success. It's our minds. It's a constant battle between our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. Being honest with each other, being in the same direction, being in alignment, being in alignment, your goals with your values, what's actually important in your heart, what's actually important to your soul. If your goals aren't aligned with those, you're going to be miserable. You're going to find ways to sabotage yourself. You're going to find ways to not achieve the results that you actually want, because you're going to be holding back something. You're going to be holding back, letting out your true self. So, Craig, I think that everything absolutely happens for a reason. And when you find that spark, that new path, like you found when you tapped into personal development, it just really opens up an entirely new world And do you agree?
I agree 100%. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
I agree 100%. I had my
It's not just for. Say that one more time, and I think you're muted.
Can you hear me? I had it on mute. I was trying to figure it out. I think I'm going to leave it on mute for now, just in case. But anyway, I agree 100% on that. I felt like my road was like this, but once I really got into it and really got into personal development, it went like this. It widened up. Because at first, all I was worried about just making money and, my time. But now I want to help people be able to free up their time. I want people to realize that there's more to life than just being a slave, basically. Being a slave to the paycheck, being a slave to someone else's dreams and desires. You need to be the master of your own desires, and you need to realize that you could do so much more than what you're doing now. And you don't have to wake up day in and day out and just be miserable, groaning when you get out of bed, hitting the alarm clock every 5 minutes, just knowing that you're going to have to get up and drag yourself to work. It doesn't have to be that way, guys. I'm telling you right now. There's just so much more to life than that. We are meant to do so much more. We're passionate. The human being is a passionate person. Like, we're all passionate inside. I don't know if this is coming out right, but we all have a burning desire inside of us. We just have to realize that the potential of it and how to unlock that burning desire and how to be able to put it into the world and be able to help other people as well, because this world isn't just about us. It's about everybody uniting together. And that's all I really have to say about that right now. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to you, Jeff.
That's awesome, man, because that actually leads us perfectly into the 6-step formula. Should we go ahead and share with whoever's watching this video these 6 steps to turning and transmuting it into actual reality?
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should go down the list each step at a time and kind of talk about each step. And then I actually have my desire written down. I'd like to share that with everybody. I haven't done that yet, so that would be really cool.
Awesome. Well, if you're watching, we'll give you a moment here to grab a pen and a paper, because it's time to take some notes. This is important stuff, and take it seriously. I mean, honestly, this is really the stuff that makes the difference. People want to know what the secret is. People want to know how do I achieve better results in my life, and this is the secret. This is it. So, number 1, fix in your mind exactly what you want to achieve. Fixing your mind exactly what you want to achieve. And when I say exactly, it's got to be exact. It can't be vague. You can't say stuff to yourself like, I want to be rich, because your mind interprets that as, I don't want to be rich. If your goal is a money goal, if it's a actual financial goal, pick a number. Is it $5,000? Is it $3,000 a month? Is it $10,000 a month? Is it $100,000 over the next 5 years? Well, you need to be exact in what you're desiring. And I also want to say that it doesn't necessarily, this formula could be applied to anything. If it's health, weight loss, be exact. I want to lose 30 pounds. So be exact. So that's number 1, Craig.
So you want me to go ahead and talk about number 2, or do you want me to kind of talk about this more, or what?
Well, if you not, move on to number 2.
All right. So yeah, I mean, you kind of hit the point on that step 1. There's not really, just be exact. Like you were saying, don't be vague. Don't say I just want a lot of money. You can you can have bigger goals. You can have smaller goals. The way I do it, I kind of break my desire into parts, and as we're going on this list, I have what I'm going to do in the first part of my plan. But step 2 is you need to determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money or the goal that you desire. Like there's no such thing on getting something for nothing. You always have to give to the universe what you receive back. For me, what I'm sacrificing is all my time and my energy. That's why I'm pretty tired tonight, because I sacrifice all my time and my energy to put into my desire, so that I could get back the the money that I desire, the goal, the passion that I desire. So you're always going to have to give something before you receive, and the greater that you give, the greater the rewards. That's my take on step 2. But it's step 2 again is determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money or the goal that you desire. There's no such thing as something for nothing. You guys got that? And Jeff, I guess go ahead and go on step 3.
Yeah, let me just add on a little bit there to that. You're paid for the value that you bring to the marketplace. For example, you're paid for the hour for showing up. You're paid for the value that you bring to that hour for showing up. Like Craig said, you're not. We don't make money for nothing. We don't get results for nothing. You don't lose weight by doing nothing. There's always going to be something that you've got to do. Give the value that you give will have a direct correlation to what you receive. The more you give, the more you'll receive. So number 3, definite date when you intend to achieve your desire. A specific date. You can't just, like I said in the beginning, you can't say I want to be rich. No, that's not clear enough. Your subconscious mind does not understand that. You need to give your goal-seeking mechanism something to actually strive for. So by October 1st, 2016, I will have in my possession $3,000 a month in that's a very specific goal. That's a very actionable goal that your subconscious mind can take action on and propel you for. Look for clues around you to achieve that goal by. So number 3, again, establish a definite date when you intend to achieve your desired goal, financial goal, outcome, or whatever you're going for. Craig?
All right. So step number 4, create a plan and take action at once, even if you're not ready. Because if you're not taking action, then you're not going forward you're not going forward in the steps that you need to take to get what you desire. This is a pretty simple one. It's pretty straightforward. Take action today. I can go ahead and do step 5 too, Jeff. So what you need to do,
Go for it, man.
Okay, so let me go back over step 4. Create a plan and take action at once, even if you're not ready. Because if you're not taking those actions, then you're not going to succeed in what you desire. That's pretty clear. Step 5. You need to get a piece of paper and a pen. Hopefully you've written down step 1 through 4, because you're going to take those steps and you're going to write them down on a piece of paper. You're going to write down the exact amount of money you deserve. You're going to write down what you're going to give. You're going to write down the time you're going to receive this, your desire. You're going to write down the plan of action. Be precise. Be detailed in your plan of action. And what you're going to do is you're going to write all that down. I'll give an example here in a minute of mine, because I have mine right next to me. You're going to write this down like in a paragraph. Then you're going to tear it out, fold it up, put it in your pocket, put it next to your bed, put it in the bathroom, wherever you see it when you wake up and before you go to sleep. Because step 6, I'm going to go ahead and do step 6 because it makes sense. to just say it next to step 5, is you need to read out loud your desire twice daily. Once when you wake up in the morning and once right before you go back to sleep. And you need to do that every day. The reason why you do this is because you're going to trick your subconscious mind into the thinking that you already possess this amount of money or this goal. You already achieved your goal that you've set out to accomplish. When you read it out loud, you need to read it with passion. You need to trick yourself into believing that it's already happened, because your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between reality and fantasy. So if you say it with passion, you make yourself believe that you already possess the money or accomplished the goal. Then your subconscious mind will really think that, and it will take what you project into the universe and it will make it a reality. And it's crazy how this works. How you just push it out into the universe and it comes back to you. It's just one of those things that it's just hard to explain. You just have to have faith in it. Because if you don't have that mindset and that desire that you're burning inside of yourself while doing this, it's never going to happen. Because you have to have, I think Napoleon Hill calls it money conscience. I like to call it a prosperity conscience. You have to have a prosperity conscience or a prosperity mindset in what you're doing for this to come true. Because if you really believe and you have a burning desire to accomplish what you're putting out in the universe, it will come back to you. And I've been talking for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and send it back to Jeff so he can say his thoughts about this and give his piece about it.
Dude, that's awesome. You nailed it. You got it right there. So, like, I'm going to just recap just a little bit. When you're writing your statement, write a clear, concise statement. Use emotional words. Use vivid picture words, because you got to remember also your subconscious mind works in images. So the more that you can say things in a way that you can image, that you can imagine this happening, the better the results will be. And also, like Craig said, is as you're reading it, see and feel yourself as already in possession of that which you desire. Pretend, just like I was talking about being a little kid. When we were little kids, we pretended, and we might have been pretending that we were cooking something, and right there on that little play stove, that food was as real as it possibly could have been in our minds. And that's how you need to do. Treat your goals, treat your desires as if you were a child. Use that your child mind of imagination to achieve the desired goals you actually want in life. So Craig, I'm dying to hear your definite chief aim here. So I go ahead, man. Let's hear it.
Are you guys ready? This is the first time that I'm saying, because I usually just do it to myself. So this is my first time that I'm actually speaking it in front of everybody. So here we go. I desire $4,000 a month. In return, I will sacrifice my time and energy until I reach my goal of $4,000 a month. I will possess this $4,000 a month by the end of October 2016. And my plan of action to acquire this $4,000 a month will be to follow my 8 core commitments and my daily actions every day until I reach my goal and my burning desire. That's it. That is what I read every day. At the end, I have a little, because I was putting words in there, because I add a little bit to the end there, and I kind of scratch it out, and sometimes I say it the way I originally had it, and sometimes I add it. But that's just an example that you guys can follow off of. I like to say the amount that I desire over and over again. And when you do say it, a tip is when you say it, memorize it. I still have to read it sometimes, but memorize it. look into the mirror and just get as passionate as possible as you're saying it, to make it as believable as possible. And it won't only put this burning desire inside of you, it'll actually pump you up for the day. If you wake up in a crappy mood, I guarantee you won't feel like crap after saying that, especially if you're yelling at the mirror. Anyway, that's my spill on that. And if you guys want me to repeat that again, or Jeff, you want me to say it, because I just want to make sure that people have a clear understanding on how to do this, because this is very, very, very important. It's, it's the first thing that you need to do to be able to accomplish anything that you set out to do. I think even Thomas A. Edison actually, I think this was his plan of action on everything that he did. Was that correct?
Yeah, where Napoleon Hill got this formula from was a combination of Thomas Edison and Andrew Carnegie. He kind of took a few things that they were doing and combined together. But I think it was awesome. I think, the good thing about videos, people can watch it again, rewind. I think you hit it with a lot of passion and heart, and that's what it takes. That's honestly what it takes. Mine is a little different. I changed mine from a financial goal. Mine is by October 1st, 2016, I will be generating 30 leads a day and helping 2 brand new people start the business and start achieving results. In exchange for these people's time and attention, I will give the most efficient service of which I'm capable, rendering the fullest possible quantity and best possible quality of service in the capacity of empowering people with the tools, training, and mindset to live an extraordinary life. That's mine. And I like Craig, I repeat it in the morning, I repeat it at night. I've got it on my phone on a voice app, so I can plug in my headphones and I can listen to it throughout the day. The more I'm feeding my mind this information, the more I'm brainwashing myself with this information, the more I believe it, the more I can see myself becoming the leader and the positioned person in this business that I actually desire to be. And it's a nice contrast. I wanted to share mine because Craig, we talked about this, that it could be a money goal, it could be a health goal, it could be a relationship goal. Mine's a production goal, getting leads and converting sales. This formula works in every single aspect of your life that you apply it. The only other thing that I kind of want to add to this is that you need to track your results too. You can't just blindly think that things are going to happen. And also, I want to be honest with you here. I want to tell you that I've set many goals that I didn't even come close to hitting. I mean, not even in the slightest. But I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I'm still here. It's been 4 years and a month now, and I'm still here because I believe in my desire. This burning feeling inside me is stronger than the result of a goal, because I know that my long-term goal, my long-term vision, I will achieve it. The road is not a straight path. It winds, it turns. Sometimes there's going to be a mudslide that took out a big portion of the road, and you got to backtrack and go and find another way around. But the road to success it's a journey. It's not just a destination. It's becoming a different person. It's becoming more valuable to not just the world, but to every part of your life, everybody that's around you, giving and giving and giving, and less taking and taking, more giving and giving. That's really what, when you focus on these steps, you see that, you realize that it really is a lot of it's focused on giving out that value. So I think this is awesome, Craig. I'm gonna also admit that we didn't actually even talk about these 6 steps, but I knew that Craig would catch on to what I put into the email copy that we created, because we decided to read that chapter on desire in Think and Grow Rich. So I knew he would pick it out there. I knew he would find those 6 steps, and it was almost word for word. His copy of the book might be a little different. The wording is a little bit different, but still ultimately the 6 steps are exactly the same. And I thought that was pretty awesome. I think that's really cool how we connected. And that's the point. The reason I'm mentioning this is because, there's a whole other aspect to this business, and that's connecting with people. A few weeks ago when Craig and I first met in Texas, has developed into a really strong business relationship and friendship. And we're able to feed off of each other's energy. We're able to communicate with each other and share a message with you, because we both have a desire for more in life. We both have a desire to help people, to lift our families up and achieve some goals in our lives. And that's what we want for you too. So again, I invite you to click the link right below this video. If you're watching this live tonight, that's going to go straight to another video. If you're watching the replay, it may go to an opt-in form. You may need to put your email address in, but go ahead and do that. Just enter your email address, your best email address. That way you can make sure and stay in contact with either Craig or myself, depending on who sent you to the page. And watch for our emails and watch for the message we're sharing. Watch for the value that we're providing, because I guarantee you it can help you. I guarantee the difference it's made in my life. If only a fraction of it I could hand to you, it would make a difference in your life as well. So go ahead and do that right now. Click that banner right below this video that you're watching, and see what else there is for your future and your destiny and your life as well. So Craig, that's about all I've got tonight. I don't want it to go too long. I know we got to be conscious of people's attention and time. So if you want to wrap it up, man, if you want to finish this thing, I appreciate you, man. I really enjoy spending this time with you. I look forward to many more, and I just know that the value and content we're going to be putting out there is just going to get better and better and better. This was great, so thank you.
Hey, Jeff, I appreciate you let me do this with you. This is actually my favorite day of the week. This is my favorite time. This is only the second time we've done this, but I look forward to this moment every week. So I look forward to doing it some more, and hopefully we can get it going for a long period of time. The only other thing I have to say is, guys, you got to get out of your comfort zone. 8 months ago, I didn't see myself doing things like this. I didn't see myself making videos. I didn't see myself talking to people about their passions and what they truly desire. I didn't see myself opening my mind's eye. I didn't even know what a mind's eye was. I see Jeff over there laughing. It's true. I was just a normal guy. I thought there was more to life than what I was doing, but I just woke up and I was on repeat every day. And then when I started doing this and realized the things that I had to do, I was uncomfortable at first. And hell, most of the time I am uncomfortable, but you just got to do it. You just got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to realize there's more to life than what you're doing. There's more to life than the fear inside of you and your discomfort, because it's all worth it. It's all worth something in the end. And if you're a person that's like that, or even if you're a person that's just ready to go and gun-ho about this, and you think that we can help you, click that button below, get started with us, and we'll help you, and we'll get you. You won't just be connected with us. We're actually part of a bigger team. Me and Jeff, we just wanted to do this because we wanted to give the people that we sponsor individual help in helping them get into the bigger picture, because I know that some of the leaders out there, they have huge teams, 300 plus people or whatever, and I know it's hard to get the individual attention that you need sometimes. So that's why Jeff and we put this together, because we want to give you guys the attention that y'all deserve and help y'all get started and point you guys into the right direction. That's all. That's what I have to say tonight. I'm so happy we got to do this again. Just do what I say. Click the button, get started. We would love to get to know you, and you know what? You might find someone that you're going to be friends with forever, and that you have a deep connection with, like Jeff and I. There's like Jeff. He was part of that team. And I actually didn't say a word to him until 3 weeks ago. I've been in that team 8 months ago. I joined the team 8 months ago, and me and Jeff, we just got connected 3 weeks ago. So you never know what's going to happen. And I've met so many other people. Before I get to rambling on about that, maybe that's something we can talk about next time around. But I enjoyed doing this for you guys, and just go ahead and click the button, get started with us, and you guys have a good night. Peace.